Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about Drake and Trippie Redd, and we're gonna talk about Kanye West and Consequence. And we're gonna throw Pusha T in there, man. It looks like an all-out battle royal is setting up to take place. And when I mean battle royal, I'm talking about MCs going back and forth on the microphone. Now, we have been in this place before. Back in a couple of years ago, Drake went the rounds with none other than Pusha T. But it looks like the Kanye West Drake battle has been building up for a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months now. Ever since they both have been waiting to launch their brand new projects. Now, Kanye West is supposed to be launching Donda. You know what I mean? His album Donda has been pushed back a couple of times, right? He said that he's actually had to get it perfect before he puts it out there. And then you got Drake, who's got Certified Lover Boy, man. And everybody's waiting on that. Can't wait to hear it, right? But Trippie Redd dropped his album last night, and it seems like, man, everybody is talking about one of the songs on the album. Because on one of the songs on the album, it's featuring none other than Drake, and it sounds like Drake is dissing none other than Kanye West. And a lot of people are saying he's also talking about Pusha T because of the ages that he names now, or the ages that he says. Now, before we get to the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Trippie Redd, this project, and all the drama that it's starting now in hip-hop, man. Now, Trippie Redd dropped his project called Trip at Night, right? And the artwork is wild, I'll say that, man. It looks like a weird trip, to be real with you. So the name makes sense, right? Trip at Night. And he's playing off the fact that his name is Trippie Redd. And the way that he spells night, you could tell he means night as in like Knights of the Round Table or something like that. Now, this album has a song on there featuring none other than Drake called Betrayal. Now, on Drake's verse, I should say, he went to talking about none other than Kanye West, people are saying. Now, he doesn't name Kanye as far as I know. And what he says seems like he's talking about Kanye, but you can classify this as a sneak diss. Okay, so man, let's look at the verse though, man. At least that part of the verse. Now, y'all tell me if this is a sneak diss or is this going straight at him, because it sounds like he says Kanye's shortened name. Now, everybody knows that Kanye goes by the name Ye. He goes by the name Yeezy. He's got a couple of names out there, right? And in the verse, Drake says this, or in this part of the verse, he says 45, 44. The ad-lib says burnt out. Let it go. So basically saying 45, 44 years old, you burnt out, let it go. Basically clowning on the fact that Kanye is an older dude in the rap game. Now, I don't know why that's relevant because, I mean, Kanye's a legend. And as far as I know, he's a billionaire. So I don't care about that. You know what I mean? But he said, the next line, he says this. So he says 45, 44, burnt out, let it go. Ye ain't changed for me. It's set in stone. So basically, talking about the point, and everybody's pointing this out, I think he's talking about the fact that Kanye keeps changing up his album coming out, the date that it's coming out. And some people believe that if they drop on the same day, that'll have some type of effect on Drake's sales. You know what I mean? Now, I know most people are going to laugh at that because Drake is like the biggest rapper in the rap game right now. Probably the biggest artist in the world right now. You know, he's always on there at the top of the trending stuff, always at the top of streams. Dude is killing it, man. And he's got a monster team. He's big, man. He's just too big in this game, you know, to even be messed with. But Kanye, they feel like a lot of people have put out the rumor that he keeps switching up his album date to see if he can get a head-to-head with Drake. Now, a lot of people would love to see this, but Kanye's recent albums haven't been up to par as far as Drake's, you know what I mean? Or compared to Drake's last couple of projects. But in the back rooms of hip-hop, everybody would love to see this matchup. But this looks like with Drake throwing out this line and putting Yeezy's name out there, man, putting Kanye's name out there, even though it's on Trippie Redd's album. And this Trippie Redd just got dragged in this by being on the song and the verse being on his song and on his album. So, I mean, he's probably going to reap some type of benefits from that, right? But for him dropping this, they're thinking there's going to be some immediate reaction. Now, Kanye has already taken to social media to react to the situation. So Kanye took to social media, man, And he dropped this, man. And it was this post on social media. It's like one of the only things he has on his page right now. And you could see it's like a group text that he has people in there. And the very top, it says this. It says, "Wear my green watch. I want you to make my diamonds do." And it's kind of cut off. That part is cut off, right? And he says where as in like where, like as in a place, right? So I don't know if that has any bearing on what this is or what he's talking about. But then below that, you see the time he sent this out was the afternoon time, right after the whole hoopla about the Drake verse on Trippie Redd's song, right? And then you see that it said, "You added Pusha T to the conversation." And that's when he posts a picture of the Joker from the recent Joker movie, man. And he put this message out there as well. He says, "I live for this. I've been messed with by nerd jocks my whole life." Like, I don't know what a nerd jock is, but that's what he said. "I've been messed with nerd jocks my whole life. You will never recover. I promise you." Now, I don't know if he means Drake is the nerd jock that he's talking about, man. And I had to do some blanking right there just because some of those words aren't YouTube friendly. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it says. You know what I'm saying? That's what he basically is getting to or alluding to, is that he's been messed with by nerd jocks his whole life. And he's been ready and he lives for this type of drama. You know what I mean? And him adding Pusha T makes you think when Drake said the 44 and the 45, was he talking about two different people or was he just talking about Kanye? Then on top of that, is Kanye adding Pusha T to this just so that Pusha T can get back into battle mode and go back at Drake? Because let's remember, man, when Drake and Pusha T went rounds, man, it got ugly, man. That was one of the best battles in a long time. And Jay Prince and them came in and called it off or whatever. And then Sleeping Dogs went their ways, right? Everybody went to their side and they haven't talked about each other since. Pusha T went on Joe Budden's platform, talked about it just a little bit. Well, he didn't even talk about it a little bit. He described the whole situation, how he found out the details about everything, and how he dropped the bombshell on everybody about Drake having a kid. You know what I mean? It was wild. I don't know if you guys remember that whole saga, but that was wild, man. And Drake came back or started off with some crazy hits. Now, to be honest, this is what I'm think. Drake knew this song was coming out on the album, right? He knew Ye's name was in there, right? Drake is probably already ready. You know what I'm saying? Drake is not the kind of guy to not be ready in a situation like this, man. It seems like he plays the art of war well, you know what I mean? Because just like with Meek Mill, it was like, okay, he already knew that he didn't have a song to follow up to battle him back, and that's why he dropped back to back, and that's why that happened. But with the Pusha T situation, it seemed like Pusha T had a fully loaded clip and he didn't know what to do. So then, they just rather, collect themselves, go their separate ways and collect themselves. In this situation, I think he's ready to go at Yeezy. And I think Yeezy is trying to get the crew together to go at him. That's why he's got all these people in this group chat, man, or in this group text. Now, Consequence already went out there to say something, and he said this. So Consequence went to social media and reposted this. And it said, "Blank a betrayal. It's the disrespect for me, dog. With Trippie Redd shotgun, laughing out loud." Or not even laughing out loud, 3 laughing emojis. "Respect my team. It's party time. Hashtag Queens all day." And then at the bottom of that, he has the verse or the lyrics from the verse where Drake dissed Kanye again, man. Or where he allegedly dissed Kanye, I should say, right? Nah, man, that's what it is. He said yay, so we got to go with he was dissing Kanye, unless he comes out and said that he wasn't. Like I said, this thing has been bubbling between these two camps for a while, and it's setting up to be an epic battle in hip-hop. I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about this. Now, for those of you who don't know, Consequence is a rapper who, man, he originally got on with a Tribe Called Quest. Like, I think one of them from a Tribe Called Quest is his cousin or something like that. But dude has been a spitter his whole life, and he's allegedly one of Kanye's ghostwriters, man. I know he's been paid well in the past. I know he was a part of Kanye's team, but it looks like, man, he's repping up and getting ready to go to work, and it looks like Pusha T might be doing the same thing. We'll see how this goes, but for right now, it's setting up to be an epic rap battle. Now, I don't know if this gonna change when they're gonna drop their albums or the song placement on their albums or anything, but I'm pretty sure all of these MCs are going to have something in the tuck. Now, what do you guys think about this, though? What do you think about this whole Drake dissing Kanye out the blue? Do you think this was, we should have expected this coming? And is it wild that it's on Trippie Redd's album out of all rap albums? Or what do you think about the fact that Kanye automatically responded, man? Let it be known that, hey, man, getting the team together, and let it be known that, hey, man, I'm not going to be running from anybody. I live for this. So he put it out there like he's ready for war. Now, with that, this your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.